This is Rowena Dooley asking Sol citizens to report for duty. Dooley asking Sol citizens to report for duty.
And greetings, seasons greetings, holiday greetings, and welcome back to Soul Citizens. I'm GriffinGamingRPG, and we are so excited to be here for our last show for 2023. We just got a chance to open the show up with the video Christmas in the Stars, a Star Citizen medley by Star Citizens. This was done last year by Miss Gabiz. Gabiz actually produced this and put it out right toward the end of the month, and it was before our final show for the year, so we didn't get to show it. So wanted to make sure that we remembered it this year and highlight it as a great way to open up our show. As you know, Miss Gabiz is playing the violin. There's Matt playing oboe, Cypress Talon playing the saxophone, Sissus playing violin also, Relin, who's playing violin too, and viola, Sasha on cello, and then Bastian Steele on jingles. Want to give them a shout out. We put the link in there for you guys. You guys can check it out later. Great medley of both traditional holiday songs as well as themes from Star Citizen. Very, very cool stuff. What'd you guys think? Was it a good way to open the show? What do you all think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did that put you in a festive
It's
mood?
better than that Mariah Carey song.
It's better than when you sing that Mariah Carey song.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, again, welcome everybody. We've got a full house today. A lot of the Soul Citizens are here, and we're going to be closing out this year talking about what we call every year our annual show called Holiday Wishes. And this is the things that we do as both a review of the previous year as well as what we look forward to for next year's show. But before we get into that, I want to introduce everybody, starting at the upper top. How come I have Fastcart and Dark Knight Spot and Dark Knight and Fastcart?
I don't know.
Nobody said anything this whole time.
The bald head.
This whole time, nobody. You know, you guys do look alike. Now that I think about it, so maybe I just gotta.
Glasses.
Yeah, you all look alike.
You've been wearing Soul Citizen shirts.
That's right. Yeah,
You wear Soul Citizen shirts.
Well, you know what they say, you all look alike, so okay, I'll make sure I work on that. Anyway, DK, let's start with you. How are you doing today, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's good to be here, celebrate the holidays with my family here. It's just a lot of good stuff to talk about. It's been fun in Star Citizen lately, so there's a lot of good stuff to talk about there. So, whoa, look at that. Inception.
Yeah, the magic of technology, right? Okay.
Right.
There we go.
But I'm glad to be here and share this all with you guys. So this is it's been a bit. It's been a bit. I think it's been a couple months since I've been on. So
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you saw the message, but next Saturday I think we're going to close out the year with the Soul Voices show. And I think that the player haters are going to close out the end of the year, so you might want to let your boy know if he's free. All right, next week.
He's free.
Okay, all right, cool, awesome. All right, next to him we have FC Fastcart. How are you?
I'm doing much better now. I moved around. I got a little motion sick, but I'm good now. So yeah, I'm cool. Thank you for that. And you know, I'm no longer DK. I'm so disappointed. I was happy to be DK.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
I know, and I'm sure DK is glad to be DK again too, if you know what I mean. Okay. But, anyway, all right. Next up, we've got JadeStarwatcher. Jade, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Some of you might have seen me on Offie's stream yesterday at her 890 Jump Luminalia party she does every year. It's always lit.
How'd it go?
So it was great. We had a great turnout. This patch is amazing. We finally got to the end at the holiday display at New Babbage. This is the first year that ever happened. Usually something would happen, there'd be a bug or something would happen. But this year it was good. I got best dressed.
Woohoo!
And then this is just the day after CIG raided the People's Radio, so I'm on cloud nine right now.
You had a good weekend, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Jade, I have to say you're getting old. No one said it's Oh shoot! What's the word you said? Oh, you said lit. No one said lit anymore. No one said lit. So you're definitely getting old.
No. Okay. All right. Well.
Wait a minute. First of all, you're not listening to the old man tell you you're getting old, so don't worry about it.
I'm holding my tongue, right? I respect my elders.
There you go, Jade. That's the way to hit him back. That's the way to hit him back. Now you learned. She's learning now. She ain't holding back now. That's
Got
good.
it.
All right. Next up, the one and the only, live long and prosper, infinite diversity with infinite combinations, man. Nomad 1701. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Good. Everything's going good for you. You ready for the holiday season?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, what ship is that behind you? Is that the infamous C1 back there?
That's the C1. I put up a different one today.
Oh
just
boy,
for
he's digging that C1. Boy, oh boy. Okay,
Yeah,
awesome
don't blame
sauce. Nice. And last but not least, the one, the only SubVeGio. G, what is up?
Oh man, broken pole. I'm ready to work some overtime now.
So whose fault is that?
I'm over Christmas and spending on myself.
I was about to ask you.
No one told you to spend all that money on yourself.
Yeah,
no one told
yeah,
you. No one held a gun to your head.
What was your latest acquisition for yourself?
So I went to Target, right? And I was getting my I can't say what I was getting, but I was looking for some stuff for some people.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to the Lego section. You know, when you're an adult,
Bad
you
move.
always got to check the Lego section. And they had the I was about to say Mandalorian, the DeLorean. And I said, "Oh, look, it was $200."
I saw
And
the
then-
Back to the Future thing you had. Oh, you bought it.
Oh, bruh, it was on sale, and then they gave me a gift card too. So I felt like it was like destined for me to get it, so I had to get it.
I saw
So
it.
yeah, I'm tapped out.
Yeah, y'all check out Gio's Twitter photo. He's got a photo posing with this thing. I was like, did he actually buy that thing? Oh my God. Okay.
I have no control, guys.
All right. Well, back to work, like
He's
you
on it.
said.
He's
Back
on
to
it.
work. Back to work. Okay. Well, again, guys, this is our holiday wishes show. Thank you guys for joining us today. We are going to start kicking things off right at the very beginning here. We kind of flip the order of things that we do this year. Normally, we start out with what was the best of 2023, but we're going to flip the script today, and we're going to first talk about what was the worst of 2023. And so, DK, since you are our first man on, I'm going to hit it with you first. If there was something that you had to pick for 2023 in Star Citizen, in the Star Citizen universe, Star Citizen community, whatever area you want to go to, what would be your worst thing of 2023?
Oh, the worst thing of 2023. That's actually a hard one because okay.
People didn't
I'm
do their
gonna
homework.
say,
Yeah, people are giving you plenty of stuff in the chat.
yeah, I know, but I didn't really have that hard of a time because I wasn't really. Persistence was probably the biggest issue because because 318 wasn't this year, but they tried to fix it up during 319. And the 319 patches were okay.
Well, 318 was this year. 318 was the
318
beginning.
was this year.
First quarter.
Was earlier this year.
Yes, if you want to throw that
so
in.
then that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
The
Because
318
that was
patch.
the only thing that I really had an issue with. And I had more of an issue with performance. I didn't have issue logging in.
Okay.
I had issue with just the way that the game was performing.
Mm.
And the way that the constant crashes, the constant CTDs, all of that kind of stuff, losing stuff.
Mhm.
It was just a bad time.
Mm.
I know that a lot of people had issues getting into the game. Couldn't even log in for months.
Right.
People
right,
couldn't log into the game.
right.
I didn't have that issue. But getting in it, when I was in it, it was just as bad as, say,
Performance
an
was bad.
early Wave 1 PTU patch for the most of the year, for most of the first half of this year.
Okay.
It was pretty bad. It got better.
Okay.
319 definitely helped a whole lot.
Mhm.
It got a lot better during 320.
Okay.
But 318 was, it was great, wasn't it? PTU.
Yeah,
PTU was great.
It was.
Yes, it
PTU
was.
ran fine, and the next day it was like which a lot of people
PTU
didn't
was
know.
great.
A lot of people didn't go to PTU, and they were wondering why would they launch this patch because it worked good in the PTU. So
Everything
right.
works great in the PTU, though. Everybody knows this. It works amazing in the PTU. Once it goes to live, everything falls apart.
Kaboom.
And
Okay.
and you know we've been seeing that left and right over and over. I'm gonna get off here. But
Okay.
I would say that that is
That was
probably the top.
Okay.
That's probably the top.
All right.
I had to remember if it was this year or last year because it's all running
I
together now.
know, but yeah, it was this year. Okay, by the way, guys, I'm going to drop this down to just one item since there's so many of us now, just so you'll know, because I said 2 to 3. So, FC, what's yours? What would be the thing that was worst for you in 2023?
Well, I have three, but I'm gonna pick one that I think no one else is gonna pick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say CID still makes so much money that journalists still take swipe at them, despite other games making more using that traditional means to make money. So there's an article during during IAE
Right.
where they made over $3.5 million in one day breaking that record, and that's still a thing. And it's like, Well, I mean, you have mobile games making that much in an hour, or maybe like it doesn't seem like equitable across other games. Plus, you have I'm going to say a Star Atlas selling a $3 million ship, a $5 million ship,
Yeah.
and no one bats an eye about that because it's an NFT or whatever they don't have against that, but they still pick on Star Citizen.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an easy one, Fast Car. You were supposed to pick something CIG did wrong worst, not something outside.
I do have a couple of them, but I'm letting other people pick.
That's easy what you did. We can find all the worst for that, all the trolls and stuff.
But it is true. I mean, to your point, I think each time there was a positive thing that happened this year with CIG, it always seems that the media finds a way to turn it into either
negative.
Mediocre or a negative in some form. That's an interesting observation. Okay, Jade, how about you? What's your thing for 2023 worst of?
Okay, so I have to ask a question. Since fastcart went outside of CIG, can I do that?
As long as it's related to Star Citizen.
It's hard for me to pick something other than 3.18.
It doesn't have to be CIG. It just as long as it's got to do with Star Citizen, Squadron 42.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna pick one from the community.
Okay.
Miss Gabs getting spat on at CitizenCon. Absolute worst.
Yeah.
Absolute
Bad.
worst.
Bad.
318 was bad from a gameplay perspective, but that was just bad from. Come on, people.
Yeah.
I don't even have any further words.
It's a good point you raise because we've been battling this idea of toxicity in games, but really we've been focusing in on it, within our own community, right? And sometimes it's been, things that people say in the chat or things that people do on Spectrum or videos that they've made. But this is something that entered into real world, right? And even though these people knew each other, it was at it wasn't at the event, but it was, it was that weekend. And I mean, to realize that, again, dealing with the toxicity thing with orgs and everything else, it's one thing to be, it's game related. I mean, real quick, I'll tell a quick story. And I said the story before, and Jade, I'm not trying to deviate from you, but I want to talk about what happens when things in the game enter the real world, because I think it's important what you raised. It will sound funny to some people, but for those of you who played Eve, there was an instance where this one particular org was battling another org. They were having some, they were, big thing. You guys know about Eve, org battles are a big thing. Corp battles, they're big. And so at one particular occasion, some of the guys in this one, particular corp went to their leader and said, hey, we found out where the guy who's over this other corp lives. We know exactly where he lives. And when you guys are ready to start the battle, we have people there that will go to his house and kill the power on his house. Now, that sounds funny to a certain degree, but when you think about the fact that what if there was some senior citizen in that home on oxygen or something like that? You know what I mean? When stuff starts to enter the real world and we don't think about the repercussions of it, where people can genuinely be hurt emotionally, mentally, whatever the case may be, it's something that I think we have to be, we can't turn a blind eye to. Because it's very real. We want people to be able to come to our events, be able to come to bar citizens, citizen cons, whatever they may be, and feel welcome and feel safe. So Jay, thank you for raising that, because that's something we don't need to see stuff coming into the real world like that. Not at all. Yeah. That's a very good point. Okay, Nomad, it's on you.
Wow, I didn't even know about that. That just blew me away. I'm very, very sorry for Gabs. But for me, people know, if you know me, I'm a Care Bear, and so I kind of steer away from all the controversies. But there is something that does disappoint me a little bit, and people still get bent out of shape over new ships. There's already articles about my C1 right behind me here. It's like, is the C1 already obsolete? I was like, what do you mean? How could this be? How could this be? How could you come to that conclusion? And it's just and some of the reaction to the new Sulian, that it's a new ship, it's different, and embrace it. I might not buy one, but I'm actually on the fence. It's so cool looking that I might just buy one. But it's like, don't worry about it. It's gonna find a place. It's really cool. It's different. Just let it be. So I still can't believe that people still kind of get bent out of shape over new ships, brand new ships. They're still trying to find its place. The game's not finished. It's okay. It's okay, but that's some of the worst things that I see about in 2023.
Yeah.
I know it's general, but that's
it's an interesting point. CIG is often given examples of how, just like how there are different manufacturers that make different cars, it's everything's for different tastes and different people. And we don't necessarily walk down the street and if we see a Nissan, say, oh, I hate Nissan, these cars are terrible, why did they even make them? It's just another car. You know what I mean? And it is interesting that Star Citizen backers get really personal when it comes to ships. But for those of you who played Elite Dangerous, what was it? They only made how many ships? 24?
30.
How many was it, DK? And they stopped making them 6 years ago?
It was a 36. Who's up on the number? I think it was about 30 something.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and they stopped making them. And the people over there are saying, we want more ships. And then we got the people over here.
They got
saying,
2 ground vehicles.
Yeah.
One of them we got within the last 2 years. The first one we got being released in 2016, 2014.
So it is funny that over here we're saying stop making ships, and over there they're saying please make more ships. It's almost like you can't win, no man. But yeah. I mean, we got to leave room for them to develop. And again, the ship is tier 0. It's just coming out. It's got to get tweaked. All the ships have got to get tweaked, right? So you know that. Okay. Absolutely. Geo, on you. Worst thing in relation to Star Citizen for 2023. What you got?
Well, I haven't been playing, so I really don't have anything on here except for maybe I guess the F8 sale didn't make sense.
Okay.
To me, why they sold it now.
Okay.
It seemed like they could have waited. It's really just a big cash grab. It made no sense. Then it was the whole drama, like, we're gonna sell it one time and you got to get the ticket, and then just to sell it again at IAE. I mean, what are we doing, CIG?
So, well, let me ask you this. Let's say that there was a method that we don't know. Do you think that the bad thing was that we as a community had been told certain things that made us believe that, you got to wait till Squadron comes out, blah, 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 blah. Do you think it was their messaging that was bad, or the fact that they seemed to back out of their messaging? What specifically would you say was the bad part of that?
More so you got to play this event to get it.
Okay.
And then, we're just going to sell it again just like a month later. And this made it seem like that golden ticket event, like you just the only time to get it, when really in actuality it wasn't. Same thing they did with the glaive. It was, you can only buy the glaive if you do the Vandal Swarm, and then now you can buy the glaive whenever the ships are on sale. It's just, you would think CIG would have learned from that, and they haven't. It's just a little tiring that they don't.
Okay. Yeah.
And always use that FOMO method of, you have to play this event now. Almost with the same how I got pissed off with that Van Duel Mask event. I thought I couldn't get it again. Because they want to play you can only get it now. And they did it a couple years later. Luckily, that time for me, I was able to get one. But those little events and stuff like that, I just don't think it's ready prime time until we have server meshing, until we have better servers, less 30Ks. It's just not the time for that in alpha.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. It was a fiasco. CIG tried to go back and fix some things up afterward. But yeah, that whole sale right behind the sale thing, even though it was never said, you did get that feeling, like you said, when it came out. It was it was the anniversary. We got to get it. And the whole insurance thing was a big thing, right? That was a big thing that came out of that. Okay, good point. Okay. My worst thing for 2023. This wasn't for me, but this was the first year. A lot of times there's always the predictions of the year, right? Like, is this going to be a good year, bad year, slow year? Is CIG going to deliver, blah, 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 blah. For me, it was, and you guys know I did a lot of shows on this between like July, August, September, leading up into CitizenCon. It was a really tough mental, emotional time for the community. It was not the typical, just because it was a drought of information. It was just like, you could tell that things were wearing on folks. And, it was a culmination of a lot of different things from, 318 definitely was one of those things that kicked it off earlier this year. Fleet Alien Week was kind of unexpected. There was nothing really new that happened there. And so the development process was still kind of like, we feel like things should be happening. We hadn't heard anything about Squadron 42. So just the overall feeling of the community was kind of going in a really dark, weird place this time to me. I've seen this year after year after year, but this year felt very unique and very different. So that for me was probably the one point in the community where I felt like, man, something's really kind of souring and not feeling good, but we understood what happened and, we're past that now. Okay, we'll hit that one. Let's go to this next one. We're going to show a quick video to you guys. This video was done by one of our very own, Jade. I'm gonna let her do a little introduction to this. But many of you guys know that this year, one of the big things that happened was Port Olisar leaving and Seraphim coming. And so there were a lot of cool dedication videos and people talked about it for quite a while. But we want to save this one for the end of the year. It's kind of like a little memoir to those of you who had a chance to go to Port Olisar. We've got people in the game now who, guess what? Never saw Port Olisar. Don't even know there was a Port Olisar. So Jade, why don't you do a quick introduction and we'll get this going.
Yeah, so basically CIG had put out a thing for people to, make content about Port Olisar, share their memories, videos. And some of you know that, one of the things I do as far as the people's radios, I create these little characters that exist in the Star Citizen universe that are musicians and artists and stuff. And that's where the Me and My Pisces song came from. And so basically, it's Jumptown Safe song came from. So basically, those fictional artists, Dusty Skies and Dragonflies and Sky and Higgs, all got together and wrote a Port Olisar song. And this is the result. The video itself, a bunch of people from the community helped me out with it. The credits are at the end, too many people to mention here, but I'll just say, just roll it, I guess.
All right, here we go. Forever Port Olisar.
Welcome to the Port Olisar shipdeck. Please press the screen setting. In the twilight storm, many crusaders bend the gaze. Stood guard of haven, Olisar in the cosmic haze. A beacon in the void, your light's a twinkling star. Yet homes are ringlet souls, you're journeying from the dark. You're the murmur of the Kutztown tales, she quietly keep. Of trainers and explorers who live the vast dark deep. In the depths of space, her final mystery place is a round stand calm. For all who've been chained to her, to see how far we've come. Port Olisar forever. Port Olisar in our hearts. There'll never be no better. Forever Port Olisar. Port Olisar forever. Port Olisar in our hearts. There'll never be no better. Forever Port Olisar.
Just found out it was true. Yeah, looking out onto the paths of our shift and admiring the view. Out the window, it never gets old. As soulless can say that this news. In the sky, just pass by and takes one on grass, going somewhere now new. Feeling kind of blue.
It's called Seraphim, a station replaced where maybe began our first trips to the void. The moons and planets and stars beyond, yeah, it's what we enjoyed. The galaxy called and we all put jobs on books at the law. From Port Olisar.
Olisar forever. Port Olisar in our hearts. There'll never be no better. Forever Port Olisar. Port Olisar forever. Port Olisar in our hearts. There'll never be no better. Forever Port Olisar.
As we look to the future, it's clear that while Port Olisar may be gone, it will certainly not be forgotten. its memory will live on, not only in the hearts of those who visited, but also in cultural expressions like songs, videos, and stories that continue to honor its legacy. From all of us here at the People's Radio News, I'm Wade Cineros. Keep your situational awareness in mind and fly safely.
So yeah, shout out to Abdi also for capturing some of that footage.
That was fantastic.
Thank you. And
Yeah, that was-
the rap in there, that was actually me. I substituted 2 AI voices for me, but that's my cadence. So I did that. The singing is actually just a computer. It's just an AI voice that you type stuff into, and you put the notes in, and she sings it. So yeah, so that was the same singer from the Me and My Pisces song.
Both singers?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's so cool. You use something like what are the I can't remember the name of some AI engine, 11 Labs or something like that does like voices and stuff.
Oh
That's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah, 11 Labs and a lot of other things, and I used 11. Well, yeah, I used 11 Labs for the voiceover at the end from our news program host, and I used another service called Fader to basically take my rap and make it sound like 2 different people.
So cool.
This woman and this guy. So yeah.
You muted.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I am?
Yeah, no.
No.
FC, FC, could you drop the link back in there one more time for us? Thank you. Thanks, Jay. Good stuff.
Someone else did. I
Okay.
don't have the link. Jay, can you drop it?
Oh, the
Oh,
link
that's right.
to-
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
to-
yeah,
to the video.
okay.
Yeah. I forgot FSK's on his other computer. I forgot. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
All
Let me
righty.
just grab it.
Thanks. All right, gang. Boy, here we go. Let's move on to our next category. Biggest controversy for 2023. DK, back to you. What you got?
Biggest controversy of 2023. I could go through Spectrum all day. I think the whole issue with the PvP stuff in Pyro was just a stupid controversy for no reason at all. It was just dumb. Article after article written on Spectrum, line after line on Reddit, post after post on YouTube. It's like people just get over it. It's a test. It's a test bed.
Right.
It's an open sandbox. You just go in and you just throw sand around. There's nothing to build. There's no tools. Just go in and you just throw sand. Have fun. But once it's over, they're gonna put the tools in there for you to go and actually build a sandcastle. But right now, just go in there and just throw the sand and have a good time. At least you're in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Have fun. I mean, they could not put you in there.
Good point.
For those that actually got in, just be happy that we got in. Now they're things are going to change up for all the new tech previews and everything. We already know what's going to be happening coming up, but I don't know. It was just dumb controversy over that. It was just
you raise a good point.
Then it turned into big drama all year
Right.
round, just big drama. PvP.
Well, you know what, DK, you raise a good point. And one of the things that we try to do on this show in particular, well, all of our shows, we try to remind people, and we've said this is one of our mottos, that the game you play now is not the game you'll play later. And we do want people to know, yes, sometimes you're going to hit those bumps in the roads, but I think Fist to Face says this every once in a while. He says it's better that we find this stuff out now while we're testing than when the game goes live and then we're stuck with it. So if there's a time to find all the craziness or the bugs or whatever it is, this is the time to do it. And I know it's frustrating.
Exactly.
Nobody says it's not frustrating, but yeah, we can't write a whole theory. Was a doctorate theory paper on.
There were literal
I
articles, like pages long of why this needs, and it's just like, get over it.
Yeah.
Come on, people,
Go get it
grow
fixed.
up.
Go get it fixed.
I'm being an adult. Deal with it. Yes, we know that there's issues. We know that there's griefing and whatever else that goes on, but that's not the problem that you guys are dealing with right now. It's a sandbox. It was an open play test. Go and have fun. Enjoy it. There you go. So
all right. That's a good one.
Yikes.
I forgot about that one. That's a good one. FC, what about you? What have you got for biggest controversy for 2023?
And thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Redwood. Thank you.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at massively OP for a bunch of this stuff. I have a bunch, but I'm not going to pick one. And my one is the biggest controversy by far is the CID had not released the other handlebar for Luminalia yet. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm still trying to figure out pick one. Okay, I'm gonna pick the PTU changes in August. They went from
Oh, the
yeah,
wave back, back
they,
to the
they so
waves.
so they used to go like concierge and subscription, and then wave one wave two used to be like more people, and then wave three was everybody. But then it went like people who are spending so much time in PTU, and the people who spent I forget what it is. I had a whole bunch of them, but I'm picking the PTU changes back in August for that one.
Yeah, yeah. That one was interesting because people who are around back in the earlier days will remember where we used to have all those different waves. Remember, and then they kind of streamlined it. And then I remember it was a big controversy when they added subscribers, because remember, subscribers before didn't come in at concierge, and then that was a controversy. And then now they've gone back to creating waves, and then that was a controversy. But then once everybody got in and they saw it wasn't a big deal, it blew over, right? So it was a big controversy.
I mean, no one wants to be in that first wave anymore.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, people came in and say, "What am I missing? Why am I here? It's buggy as hell. Why? I don't want to be here."
True. Okay, that was a good one. Jade, what about you? Biggest controversy?
Wow. So I'm going way back to the beginning of the year. I don't know if this was beginning or summer, but you might remember the controversy about a leak from former CIG employee that said something about ships not coming out and all that. And now, after that CitizenCon, it's a very different world than when that controversy was going on. So we almost forget about it.
Yeah.
But I think that that controversy showed that people should be very careful when they hear these things and don't overreact and don't get emotional about it, right? Wait and see what the official information is. And I know it's hard because everybody wants information more and more right now, right? But sometimes it makes sense to just put this in context. I don't begrudge anybody who got upset, but just maybe now that's a good lesson to have learned.
Yeah.
Is that the same one that said CIG was going to do layoffs? You talking about that one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was on my list.
Yep. So, like I said, I think that's a good lesson for the community to just be careful when you hear this stuff, put it in the context of this may or may not be true. This may or may not be a disgruntled employee. All of those things. Don't just take it 100% as gospel,
Yeah, CIG's still hiring, so I don't understand why people who thought that was a thing go look on the website. Duh, they're still hiring. So how are they going to lay off? They're still hiring.
Was in the beginning of the year, and there's a point.
Back on the summer.
It's a Jade's thing. There's still a certain level, and understandably, there's still a level of uncertainty that exists, and it doesn't take much gas to start that fire. You know what I mean? And to Jade's point, maybe there was a half truth in there. Maybe there was a quarter truth in there, but by the time it blows up, it's blown into something else. And then you start setting fires in the community. I had somebody who told a couple of months ago that they were talking to a couple of their friends who were, I forget, I'm not going to say where they were from, but they were talking to a quote of their credible friends who said that CIG was in desperate straits, that they may not financially reach their goal for this year and that they may lose money. And this person was swearing up and down that these people knew what they were talking about. They were in the industry and that this was a reality. And I was like, dude, it's like August. We still got CitizenCon IE. I think they're going to make their numbers. I think they're going to be okay. But this person was just so convinced that, well, it's just a concern. I'm just really worried about, people do worry about little things like that. And to some point, because someone says something and starts a fire, so it happens.
Oh, I got two things for you, Griffin. GomabATL, he has his camera, and the other thing is, I think some of the confusion might have been, this is just speculation on my part, the turbulence, because maybe that person was let go or could have been transferred because the CRG opened up a new branch in Montreal, and whatever that person was doing, they had privilege to taking over. So maybe, like I said, disgruntled. But that's speculation. That's just a possibility.
Yeah, it's so hard to say. When stuff like that comes out, I don't even know what to say. Gomab, welcome. Good to see you, man. Glad you're able to drop in.
Fastcart, you spoiled it, man. I was going to come in like the voice of God.
No, I thought you came in and trying to do good for one.
All right, we're gonna let Gomab settle in, for example, but you see what we're on. Gomab, biggest controversy.
Yeah.
I'll come to you last. Nomad, what you got? Biggest controversy 2023.
All right, the biggest controversy for me is something that I think I heard last week. I'm not sure how big it was, but it stuck with me this whole week. Somebody was in chat after the show talking about some kind of off the cuff remark that John Crew had made about some kind of parasite ship that was going to be on the Reclaimer or something like that, and it wasn't really real. He made some off the cuff comment, maybe out of frustration, and one thing led to another, and the guy started talking about, oh, this is going to be a possible lawsuit, and I was like, huh? what? And that just, I mean, it has stuck with me this whole week. Like, when you start throwing around the word lawsuit over a possible ship that might come out because somebody made an off-the-cuff comment, that is going way too far. It's way too extra of passion for this project. That's like, no. Lawsuits, no.
Well, unfortunately, that's how things like the fires that we just talked about get started too, because someone else hears something or partially hears something and hears that, if they change a ship, there's going to be a lawsuit. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, okay, that's a good one. Gio, what about you? Controversy 2023?
So the biggest one probably would have been that PTU change stuff, but to be different, even though I don't think it's kind of big, is this claw situation with the Reclaimer. People are making a big deal out of this and crying. Right. And like I said, I'm a long-time Reclaimer owner. I remember when the Reclaimer came out, it was my first big ship. I'm just happy we finally have something to do with it. So thank you, CIG, for giving us a little quick fix until you guys get Maelstrom and stuff like that worked out. And to be honest, I really don't think like how we're looking at the claw now. I don't understand how that will work in the future or what we're even trying to do. It seemed like it'd be more of a hassle to use an old school claw chop. It'd be forever versus what we got now. And I just think people just took it way too far with the first iteration. Like, calm down, people. You watched CIG for years, and you know what they do. Give them time.
Give them time. Yeah.
Let them cook.
Yep.
Let them cook.
Okay. Who is that you got, DK?
Oh, this is Etta.
Etta,
say hello.
Hello,
say hi, Etta. After Etta, James, hi. How you doing?
Gomab, on you. Biggest controversy 2023.
Well, it's kind of a tie between the F8C and the sequel, F8C Part 2.
Okay.
Everybody, when they said, hey, you go get your golden ticket, you can go get a F8C, and all the people that were like, supposed to be special because I spent a lot of money. And then, that kind of died down.
Right.
Kinda.
Right.
And then they were like, this is a one-time thing, guys. One opportunity. And then they came back with IAE. We're like, just kidding. We're gonna now here's the thing. In their defense, they said if you had the tickets from before and you didn't get a chance to buy it, you can redeem your tickets now. Which, all right, that's fine, but I just really enjoyed watching people's head explode over some absolute nothingness.
I saw more of a pushback because of and maybe it's just because of the circles I was in, but the thing I heard people barking about the most was the 6 month versus the LTI. That was the thing that I heard.
120.
Well,
I'm talking during IAE. I'm talking about during IAE.
During IAE, the 120. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, they fixed it, right? They said, hey, we kind of, we tried to figure out a way to solve it, but the way we did it wasn't easy. So just put in a ticket and we'll take care of it. And I put in a ticket on mine, and mine has 120 a month now. So
mine does too.
And it is what it is. But there were so many people who was just so absolutely incensed about this whole situation. I mean, the fact that people could buy it in the first place, and they're like, I thought all AI could get it, and you can only own it during Squadron 42. They said this back in yesteryear, and now they're breaking their promises. Yeah, guys, come on.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, just to expand on that point real quick. That was on my list too. But the pricing is $300 with on-site credit. People barked about that. I mean, the SAC was a controversy. They just kept giving the insurance and those poor customer support rep. I mean, as far as we know, they still had to do all that by hand to correct that. So, thank you, CIG's customer support rep, for changing the match up and changing everyone else up. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I just enjoyed watching everybody panic and run around with their hair on fire. It's quite cool.
Okay. Let's see. For me, controversy. I don't know if this is a controversy. It's controversial for me, I guess. I'm still amazed at how many people who've been around here a decent amount of time still get worked up when stuff comes in at tier 0 and they think it's the final product. I'm still kind of, I mean, there are people who come into the game that are brand new, a year, 2 years. I never hear them say anything about it. It seems like it's always the old dogs who've been around for a while and something comes out. And I don't know if it's because they've created certain expectations of what they think it's going to be. And when it's not that, it's like, they respond to that. But it's kind of like, it's tier, like when we got, to your point, Gomab, when we got skinning for the Vulture. And it was like, that's tier 0. There's more coming. And people were like, is this all there is? It's like, no, dude, they got to start somewhere. It's coming. Gio, you just mentioned about the claw. It's like, okay, that's tier 1. It's like, give them, like Jade just said it, give them room to let it cook. If they ever tell you this is the final result, okay, then you can go screaming. But I'm just still amazed that folks don't get after all this talk about development and watching the processes and even watching how mining has grown, that people still get to tier 0 and kind of get worked up. So
more so some of these content creators, and I know they've been around for years, and they still continue to get on their channel and bitch. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're just stirring the pot because your bitch ass been around for a long time. Just stop the cap. I know that's your brand. Knock it off. You're making the game look bad, bro. Stop it.
Equals views. Yeah. Equals views.
Yeah, let me start the podcast drama and like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm being condescending. Yeah, you know what you're doing, bro. Stop. Enough.
DG360 says they go for the clickety clack. That's what he says. He says they go
That's
for the clickety
That's what they want.
So.
Too many of them. It's old now, bro. Give it a break.
Yeah. Okay.
Griffin, can I do one more, please? Because it's real quick. Real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
Okay, so no money until Pyro. And it's various other. I won't give CID more money until, and if we start giving CID money, they'll put the game out quicker. All those. Right.
Yeah.
This seemed to be the year. 2020 seemed to be the year of a bunch of those coming out week after week, month after month. So yeah, that was real quick.
That's an interesting tactic. It's in the real world. Sometimes if you don't agree with a company does, you say, okay, we hit them with the dollars, we hit them in their pocketbook. That's the way to get their attention, to get them to negotiate, to change or whatever. But in game development, you can kill a company too in the process of doing that. So it is interesting that people try to take that tactic that's used out there and say, well, we're going to do that to get. Now, mind you, if people choose not to give money to the game because they're not satisfied, that's okay. But you're right. There have been times when people have tried to literally go on Spectrum and let's raise the, get the pitchforks and the torches out, and we're just not going to give any more money to the project until we get it. And just recently, we were just sitting with some of the folks. I think it was Stunner or Zombie Pig. A few people were around, and several of them had never seen. Gio, you'd be really interested in this. Some of them never saw the 2017 Vertical Slice. So when they saw that, and then they saw the one that just came out in CitizenCon, they were like, we never knew that this was in place, that this is what they had going on back then. But they also saw the difference in the tech, the graphics, the play, and everything. And so it's just kind of interesting that, I won't belabor the point, but I just think that was just kind of interesting, So, okay, let's move on to brighter subjects here. Best of 2023. Dark Knight 65.
Oh, okay. So I had a couple of, but I'm going to say that one of the worst was also one of the best, and that's Persistence.
Okay.
I would say that actually turned out to be a good thing, despite the headache that it was the first half of the year and how bad it was and how it was the worst part of the year for me. It was also the best part because that brought in a lot of new things to the game that we hadn't seen. And it's been pushing the development of the game since then. Since Persistence has gone in, they've been able to ramp up a lot of things in the back end that we don't necessarily see, in our hands in a written form and a patch note, but it's there. And there's a lot of stuff that they've been doing behind the scenes on that big glacier underneath the water. And I think that was a big one. I think Persistence led to a lot of big things that are happening now that we're able to do, such as salvaging, such as being able to have, the different mining things, a lot of the new cargo stuff obviously is because of Persistence. We're going to be getting a lot of things coming in the future in 2024, which we'll talk about later, that I'll add to later. But I think that was, for me, probably also the biggest part of this year, but one of the best parts. I have a couple others, but I'll let other people take those.
Yeah, to your point, DK, can I say this? You hit on a really good point. There's also a psychological side to that, because for years we've been playing in a quote unquote persistent universe that wasn't persistent. And so to actually have it fulfilling what we've been hoping for and wanting to see happen literally for 9 years, you know what I mean? It's finally saying, okay, here's, it's tangible now, right? It's there, where before it's always been like, and it wasn't even half persistent, it was
socks, whatever it was, what do we call it before the iCash?
I remember being excited when I would put a little drink in my cooler, then come back the next day and it might be there, it may not be there. Now I don't even think about it. It's
I don't think about it anymore.
It's like things are there. It's like float against Pat, it's quantum.
Yeah. That's a good one, DK. Thanks. That's a good one. Persistence. Fastcart, what about you? Best of 2023.
I'm going to let someone else take the main ones. I'm going to say CID released so many ships this year. They released 4 in 322, 6 in 321, 3 in 320, 3 in 319, and 2 in 318. Those are all this year. So 18 ships in total. Yes, some of those are variants, what have you. But yes, 18 ships. And the main thing for me is the FAC release, because Praetorian and Ring Commander levels don't have to wait to get that ship now, because they've been eligible for the FACs that they hit those levels, and now they have access to them.
Well, and just so you can say this too, Fastcart, talking about incoming levels, where's CIG officially today? With their income?
Oh yes, they hit 313, so they're tied with last year.
Hey, they did that this weekend. Okay, Gomab, what you got? Best of 2023.
It's easy for me. Best of this year had to be CitizenCon, and seeing you people and hanging out with Fastcart, Geo, Audi,
even me? What?
Yeah, even you. Meg, BBG. I mean, just being with my fam out in Cali. That hands down was the number one thing for me this year, and just and seeing meeting the developers, shaking Chris Roberts' hands, asking him where the hell is my 600 hour rework.
If you don't mind me asking you, G, because this was your first time going, did you have any, not reservations, but were you feeling a certain kind of way about going, or were you feeling pretty good about going, or or did it validate when you went? I mean, how were you feeling prior to and then going?
So here's my secret to not getting upset with Star Citizen, anything to do with Star Citizen, is I have no expectations. I just enjoy what I have in the moment.
Okay.
And so, I expected to meet the Soul Citizens, and I expected to hear about whatever they've got planned coming up.
Okay.
And I expected to enjoy myself, no matter what.
Fair enough.
And thank you for the answer, Gomad, because that was gonna be my number one, but I let someone else have it. So cool.
Okay. Jade, on you. Best of 2023.
Wow. Okay. So, like, I really want to just start with the closest thing, which is 3.22. New ships, new locations for Jumptown, new hair, new outfits, new armor. This feels like the beginning, like a turning point, a beginning of that ramp up that we've been hearing about as people come over from Squadron back to work on the persistent universe. Yeah, and I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what happens. And also, I have to say the Pyro playtest for the people that were, able to play it at CitizenCon, and for those of us that were lucky enough to get an invite, I just hope that that everybody can be in there the next time around.
Okay. Very cool. Very good. Nomad 1701.
I knew I was going to go late. So I'm sorry, but I just got to say the same thing. CitizenCon. That's the whole thing that was in my head. It went so smooth. They decided to go to 2 days, so everything was stretched out. You could see everything. There was no real cringe. You know what I mean? Like during the demos, like they've had in the past, where trying to sync up performances and whatnot, and it was like, oh man, it went so smooth, and it was so much fun to watch, and I got so much information, and that leads into the next thing that's coming later down, but it gave me so much information that I'm kind of like Gio. I haven't really been playing lately, and I think that 2024 is going to be the time where I finally jump back in and really start playing again, even doing some of these cargo. I got my C1, I can do the cargo loop now better, and so I think this is going to be it, and they're pulling me back in. and I think I'm ready. I really think I'm ready. So CitizenCon definitely jump started that for me.
Okay, cool. SubVeGio, what you got?
Well, I hate to say I sound like everyone else, but I don't play the game, so that's the only thing I did have was going to CitizenCon. And we kicked it off right, Griffey. We did the Soul Train. It was epic. Already starting to go there, and we talked. I was like, my expectations. I really don't give a damn because the past CitizenCons have been mid. To be honest, when it was all digital, I wasn't. The past 2 or 3 were. To me, I didn't care for them. So my expectations were like at a 3 or 4. I'm like, I don't think they're going to show me nothing to blow my mind. But now it seems like I kind of see why they weren't all that. They wanted us to be in person so they could blow our socks off because they nailed almost pretty much every aspect of CitizenCon this year. This is by far the best one to me. The way they broke it down wasn't like a whole bunch of rambling or like any board slides. Like they've really nailed the feel of CitizenCon, and it was amazing. And we just heard Disco talk about some of this stuff is going to be coming out in the first half of 2024. So that really just blew my mind. I know everyone's like, yeah, right. I'll wait until it comes. We'll see. But all hands on deck. Squadron 42's done, so we gotta give CIG the chance to let them flex and see if they can really push this stuff out by the first half of the year with almost a full team now.
Yeah. Very cool. Let's see. For me, GoMob, you kind of stole a little of my thunder, and everybody did actually. CitizenCon, but my reasons kind of go along with GoMob said. First of all, being able to be in person and meet these people for some of these people 2-3 years I've been talking to them via the computer screen, and to be able to get to hang out with them, laugh with them, yell at them, go have dinner with them was great. It was just great. But was even better for me, and I'm just a weird person like this, was seeing their reaction. I really enjoyed watching them, and when we would do our between breaks we would do our kind of quick recaps. And hearing the excitement in their voices and what they saw. Fastcart and I weren't in the room. So to be able to kind of vicariously experience what was going on by listening to them and them talking about, what they were impressed with and what they liked was just really, really satisfying for me, because encouraging them to go and them taking the risk. I mean, it was a financial expense for them to travel to hotel, be able to take care of themselves while they were there. But they were willing to do that, and not only do it for themselves, but also do it for us as a group that does this streaming. So I was just really, really warm-hearted about that. That's my personal thing that I'm going to write on you at GoMap. But there was one other thing that I will say. I'm going to take my liberty now. That was the best for 2023 for me. And I know this is going to sound really weird maybe, but I've gone to 3 Citizen Cons and I've watched all of them, and we've reviewed them on this show in the past. And we've seen, like Gio was saying, sometimes it's more of a, this is what we like to do. This is where it's going to be in the future, blah, 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 blah. But when Chris Roberts came on stage this year, it was very different. As you guys know, there were some years where Chris, especially when we had the virtual shows, didn't really come out and say very much of anything. And there were years when Chris would come out and do a 1-hour presentation or a 30-minute presentation at the beginning and one at the end. And there were a lot of questions from the community this year, a lot of questions about where we are, what's going on with Squadron 42, why is this taking so long, blah, 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 blah. And I kept wondering, what is Chris going to say to satisfy everybody? And Chris did something that was unexpected, but it was the best thing he could have done. He came out, he welcomed everybody. He said, we've got something we want to show you. And he allowed those presentations to speak for him, which was amazing. He no longer had to do all of the vision casting, all the convincing, all the pleading or any of that. But he allowed what we saw both from the developers as well as the 2 videos, the one for Star Engine and the one for Squadron 42, to speak for all the hard work that the people at CIG had been doing. That was one of the best things, because for years and years, a lot of us have been following this, and to be able to sit there and watch the thing that we've all been waiting for finally start to come to a good culmination, that was amazing for me. So that's that. Okay, let's take a look at a video, because I got to get my folks here ready for these next 2 questions. You guys saw this on ISC this week. The first half of the show, they reviewed the 3 new ships, the Rambler, the X1, and the Suntokyai. But the latter part of the show, Disco did a very special presentation getting us ready for 2024. So we're going to watch that real quick. It's only 5 minutes long, and then I'm going to get some feedback on everybody with the next couple questions. So let's check that out.
Now, of course, Alpha 322 comes with more than just vehicles. There's structural salvage, openable cargo containers, new derelict settlements, new hairs for players, new maps for Arena Commander, and more. But since this is our last episode of the year, we have a tradition here at ISC of looking back at everything that's happened the last 12 months and reliving some of our favorite moments. And, well, look, 2023 was good. Great even if you gloss over that little rough patch in the middle there. But heading into the new year, all that I can really think about is everything that's on the horizon that's about to make 2024 the biggest and baddest year of our project yet. So if it's all right with you, I'd like to indulge myself, maybe switch out my CIG cap and put my backer hat on, and tell you what has me excited about this next year for the Persistent Universe in a segment that I'm calling Disco Lando's Star Citizen 2020 Forecast. Now, without talking specific dates, let's discuss what's being targeted and currently on track for release in just the first half of 2024, starting with Master Modes, the new way to pilot and operate ships we've been discussing since CitizenCon 2952. Now, whether that's every ship or a staggered rollout of groups of vehicles depends on how work progresses, but it's a major change to the way spaceships operate in the Persistent Universe, and you can be sure that we'll update on it more when the time comes. And of course, when your ships aren't in flight, they can be stored in the newly persistent hangars that are arriving with freight elevators, freight kiosks, and the new cargo transaction system that we've shared on both ISC and this year's CitizenCon. Now, all combined, they form the next major evolution of cargo careers and will also have far-reaching, broader implications for the entire Star Citizen experience. And then outside of vehicles and hangars, there's also a variety of FPS combat improvements coming to the first half of 2024. With improvements to reloading, the weapon wear and misfire system, scopes and dynamic crosshairs and charge and drain, and even more we'll be able to show you once we return in the new year. And then outside of strictly FPS combat, there are new player character features coming, like the updates to the EVA system, the visor and lens system, loot screens, default item interactions in the personal interaction system, and there's even new shopping and mission apps in development now. And while we're talking about apps, The first half of 2024 is also currently scheduled to see the arrival of our new character customizer with things like tattoos, piercings, scars, and yes, Virginia, it's true, beards. And as for how many and of what kind, only Andre knows for sure, but you can bet we're gonna ask him sometime around March. And then, of course, if you're in-game, there's also a little thing called Mobiglass and an awfully big thing called Star Map. That are both getting their big updates in the first half of next year. And have I mentioned those enormous distribution centers that'll be the new microcosm homes for every gameplay and mission feature that exists in Star Citizen, as well as the 4, 5, 6, let's just say several new and updated vehicles that are making their way to the persistent universe in just the first 6 months of 2024? I did, just now. Now you can check those off. Whew. Okay. So, real talk, CIG hat back on. Now, you're probably looking at your screen and saying to yourself, what about Pyro and 4.0? Well, don't fret. The things that we just covered are those that aren't too dependent on continuing foundational tech work like server meshing. So we feel pretty confident in targeting everything that we just shared for the first 6 months. But when it comes to something as enormous as the complete Pyro system in Alpha 4.0, well, that's where the new preview channel comes into play. Now that said, Alpha 4.0 is currently targeting a summer 2024 release, but that won't mean that you have to wait until then to play it or learn more about it. That's because in 2024, we'll continue doing playtests like the one we just completed, and you'll be able to follow along with its development firsthand on the preview channel. That's the planets, moons, space stations, settlements, and outlaw lifestyle that comes within the Pyro system, but also an entire host of additional new features, content, and quality of life improvements like, fully functional jump points, the new quantum travel system, new vehicle HUD and MFD work, resource management, hacking, and much, much more, all being worked on in tandem. The preview channel will let you and us test 4.0 together while maintaining the stability of the persistent universe with all those other great additions we just discussed. And then, in the summer of 2024, 2 become 1, and we can avoid that thing that didn't quite go the way that we'd hoped.
The holiday live stream?
And then, just because we're cheeky, there are still some things better left for you to discover on your own. And don't forget, we haven't even talked about the back half of the year yet. All in all, 2024 is shaping up to be the watershed year for Star Citizen. And if we've learned anything this year, it's that through the trials of 318 to the successes of CitizenCon and everything in between, before that and coming up next, Star Citizen is a project that continues to iterate, to evolve, and to embody an experience you simply can't find anywhere else, whether that's in the universe or within our community that makes all this possible. So thank you for helping us reach the heights that we have, and buckle up for the journey still ahead. We're in for one hell of a year. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for letting us share the process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next year.
Alrighty. Jared had a mouthful there. Guys, just so you'll know, if you want to refresh your sheet, I put down some of those things. Thank you, Lady Space Patrol, for outlining some of those items. She was very nice to drop all those wonderful things in there, just in case you have to go back and think about what Disco said. So this next category that we want to do is most anticipated for 2024. It does not have to be limited to what Disco talked about, but it's got to be something that we have heard about that could happen in 2024. So we'll get to wishes later. Wishes is stuff that maybe they ain't talked about, but stuff that they have talked about for 2024. DK, starting out with you. What you got?
All right. So I've been waiting for like some sort of persistent hangers or habs or something for so long. I'm going to live my ship, but I just want to have a place to put all my stuff that's like in a spot that I could. Now, I've been playing around with those new boxes. That's been so cool. Playing around with the new cargo boxes because I'm treating them like, like we used to treat chest and Minecraft and stuff like that. All your stuff is in one box. You got to take that box or you don't have stuff. Right. I don't use the ship inventory. I tried that. I'm trying to use it like the way it's, I see how it's going to be used. And the one thing that's holding back right now is persistent habs and hangers and stuff. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. But on that, the real part is the tech preview channel. I'm looking forward to the tech preview channel. Okay. And because I'm looking forward to that, it's because I'm looking forward to all the stuff that's coming with it into the next summer. that brings up all the other stuff that everyone else is going to talk about.
Gotcha. All right. Fastcart, on you.
Something that, well, very few people have brought up, but I'm going to bring it up because, it was a big thing in the last topic. So I'm going to say CitizenCon or VerseCon 2954. I'm looking for, that's most anticipated for me. I'm probably not going to make it into Europe. That's where it's going to be. That's most likely where it's going to be next year. But hopefully they'll put together another VerseCon in Austin or someplace else. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, CitizenCon 2024. Are you just looking forward to CitizenCon? Just the event?
I'm looking forward to seeing people again because I miss you all.
Oh, God.
It's so fun.
Okay. And we love you too. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Gomab, what about you? 2024. What do you got?
Hopefully the 609 rework be completed. But no, Star Map. Yeah, I think that's the game. If they've
Are you looking for the full
and I say
integration?
Star Map and everything that includes from the local, the radar, all that.
That's what I was wondering. You talk about the full integration of Star Map. Okay.
The full integration of that back end system. If they can get it in this year, they owe me nothing, right? That's
okay. That's good. Jade.
Yeah, so Gomab grabbed the one I was going to say, so I'm going to go to my next ones. I'm intrigued by the shopping/mission apps because this is the first, like we've heard of shopping apps. I'm just intrigued, and I hope we get something about that when they come back off a break on ISC, because I would love, a lot of times people are saying we can order stuff on Amazon. Why don't we have something like that in Star Citizen from like our mobiGlas? And yeah, I'm hoping it's that, but we don't know. But I'm looking forward to finding out. Also, the new character creator, character customizer. It's been a long time coming. Just being able to have, a lot more. Just a lot more options in creating your character, and everything we saw at CitizenCon as far as that goes, I'm really excited about. And if any mobiGlas improvements,
Jade, you're going down the
definitely.
list.
That's it. I'm sorry, I was only supposed to say two. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted on Jade's point. I'm looking forward to, like you said, the character customizer and more hairstyles. Hopefully, Andre will do us good, do everybody good, and give us, what we want and what we need. So yes, exactly, Jade.
Yeah.
Give Tesha her hair.
Oh God!
Come on, she's had it in that. She's had it in that wrap for how long?
It was already there. And then they
Hey,
took it
man,
out.
just throw a temp fade in there, man, with a gray and white beard.
There you go.
I do want to go back to something that Jade you talked about was the shopping and mission apps, because we talked about this on the show in the past when we talked about the RSI website. And we talked about the fact that when you go on the website, you guys notice it doesn't say menu, it says apps. And there's a reason why it says apps. CIG is trying to do all this connecting between the website and also the game. So to Jade's point, and we talked about this last year, I think we really raised it when we were watching the Jax videos last year when he went to Pyro, because we were talking about him using the mobiGlas as a social media way of recording. So this idea of that your mobiGlas becomes literally filled with different types of apps with different applications. It goes beyond what we have right now. And I think even at CitizenCon, they showed us that the new version was a military version. So yeah, Jade, you're right. To be able to see that this apps thing is going to expand into a bigger place is really something to look forward to. I think that's a great one. Nomad, what you got? 2024.
Everything.
Nothing in particular.
Actually, it's not on the list, but because I already
It doesn't have to be.
actually did my homework.
It didn't have to be on the list.
Okay, so when they announced at CitizenCon that Squadron 24 was Squadron 22 was
feature complete.
And so I'm anticipating all that talent, all those resources, all that stuff coming over to the persistent universe to start to push that development. that got me so psyched, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be this. It's gonna accelerate PU development so much.
Okay.
And yeah, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to. And then the other thing would just be the freight elevators, because I want to do my cargo runs.
Okay. All right. Cool. G-O.
Server meshing. That is the so-called final ingredient to make this game run smooth, hopefully. And we've been waiting for that for a long time. So I'm hoping this is the final sauce for, because I can't wait for no more tech. After this, I'm selling some ships. Like if it's we need now after server meshing, now we need this, I am gone. So I hope this is the final sauce.
It's funny. Yeah, it's to Gio's point. Many of you guys know we want to make sure very clear about what people have been saying. Some of you guys saw in 322, if you do your R_display info 2 or 3, you'll see that there actually is a new category up there that says server meshing, and it either says enable, but there's also a true or false. That doesn't mean server meshing is in, but what it does show us is that they are moving toward it, and that they've already started looking at getting ready to implement that, so that when you go on a server, you can see whether or not meshing is being tested at that time or not. So it's not there just because it says it, it's not there, but it is in display info now. So that's a promising thing, Gio, like you said, the fact that static and then dynamic is coming, and we've got some good demonstrations of it at CitizenCon this year. So very, very promising, very promising. For me, most anticipated, as you guys know, at CitizenCon, CIG did two things. Here are my two things. One of them was that they did something that they broke one of their rules that they've had for the last few years, which is no dates. And they gave dates like crazy this time, which they normally don't do. In fact, Disco's one of the main people that says we don't talk about dates. But they gave dates for 322. They said that this is what would be included in that. And lo and behold, virtually everything that they said has been presented, I think, except for clouds and fog, which I can live without for right now. Most of our computers we bogged down anyway. But even more, they made the statement of saying this is what they would like to have with us within the next 12 months. That was effective in October to next October, which means by the next CitizenCon. But then again this week on this ISC, as we just saw, Disco came out and said, here are the things that we feel confident about that we're going to get in your hands within the next 6 months. The fact that CIG is able to deliver that and give dates now makes me feel good, but even more. And I know that's still a scary thing. Don't get me wrong. I know things can change. But the other thing that I'm anticipating will respond to that is the fact that CIG said all hands on deck on the persistent universe. They've moved teams from the Squadron 42 aspect, a lot of them over to now focus on what most of us have been, not most of us, but what a lot of us have been asking for. And that's giving love to the PTU. DK said that earlier when he talked about the persistence, to know that now the teams are focusing there while Squadron 42 is being polished. That is one of the most anticipated things, because it means that now we will start getting things that they know that they've done in Squadron 42 implemented into the persistent universe. So that's mine. Okay, last but not least.
Griff, hold on. Everything in 322, they basically got everything in that patch except for the cloud tech?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
Oh, don't bring that up. That's another controversy. Clouds.
Yeah. Oh no.
Hey, that's impressive, though. If that's the only two things they missed, the cloud and the fog, that is impressive. That should make us look forward to 2024.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We're hitting our final category, y'all. Then we're going to do some giveaways. So stick around. We're going to do some giveaways, gang. So don't go anywhere, okay? Our wishes for 2024. DK, coming to you. What is your holiday wish from CIG for 2024?
Oh, let's see. I had a good one. I was gonna talk about AI.
I can come
Gotta
back.
write this down.
I can come back if you want me to. You want me to come back?
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay. FC, it's on you.
I say it every December. Read about the Endeavor, especially about an updated concept, or maybe even something about science or research gameplay. Give me something.
That's interesting.
But something regarding that. I say it every year, every December.
You guys write this down. Fastcart did not say the you know what.
I didn't say that.
I know, right?
Because I know. You know why? I talked to Ben at CitizenCon, and he made me feel good about it.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So the Endeavor. All right. Gomab, on you. What's your wish for 2024?
I'm sure everybody will be shocked to hear this, but it was $600 WeWork, man. I just want that. Just give me that.
Yep.
And I'll be fine. Look, give me $600 WeWork and a star map, and I'm a happy little boy.
Okay, fair enough. That 600 is really on you, boy. All right, Jade, it's on you. What's your wish?
This is going to be a shock to no one. News on Nyx.
Oh,
We last saw the Nyx planets in summer of 2021.
Yeah.
And I hope by summer of 2024 we get an update. That's all.
That's right. We sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Wow. Okay, news on Nyx. All righty. Nomad, it's on you.
Hope is something that I've been hoping for a little bit.
Speak up a little bit. We can barely hear you.
I don't know if this is ever going to happen. It's something I always think about pretty much every month. But a rework of the MSR?
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, that's up there with the Endeavor.
Yeah. A lot of people want that. A lot of people want the MSR. Y'all want that second entrance. Y'all want them to manage the space a little better. Yeah. And not fall out of it too. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people.
Do something else with those passages underneath because everybody knows the passages, so it's like it's not a secret. So it's like, how do you?
Oh, it's secret to the NPC.
No, it's not.
That's true.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's built in a factory along the factory line with every other Amazon. They all get the same.
Yeah, I think it needs a rework.
Okay. All right. MSR rework. All right. Geo, your wish for 2024.
Better running servers, solid FPS, less 30Ks. Just better off, just better performance.
Performance. All right.
Performance. So you can just hop in, play, and it's almost like a normal game.
Yeah. Now I will say this. Anybody who's been in recently, how's your performance been on 322? Mine was good. And matter of fact, somebody was telling me, was that you, DK, saying you were getting high frame rates now?
Oh my God, the frame rates I was on my server was ridiculous. I was on that server for hours, 5-6 hours, and then I couldn't get back in. Lady Space Patrol, you were just saying, I couldn't get back in for the last couple hours during the play test. But oh my God, the server loads were crazy, and I swear there were a lot more than 100+ people on there. I think I counted close to 200 people on that server. Now they weren't listed, and they weren't shown on the little chart that said like 13 out of 30. That's what it said.
Right, but
it says, but the names on the comms list, I counted them. It was well over 200 people. I don't know what's going on there. They say server meshing ain't in there. Okay, I'll believe them because
you in the tech
even
preview? You in the tech preview? You in tech preview?
On the tech preview.
Well,
tech preview.
You got to check because if you look up there, sometimes that thing does go true. Where it says
no, it was true. It was true all day.
Oh, okay.
It was. I was on a server that was true all day. I had no crashes whatsoever.
Okay.
The server was running about, I swear, on Orison, 20 frames a second on Orison for the server, and it never dropped. This thing was ridiculously smooth. And there were people around.
What were you getting on your computer?
I don't know what was going on.
What were you getting on your computer? What were you getting on your computer? You were getting 20 on the server. What were you getting on your computer?
I was getting 40 to 50 at Orison on my computer, and I don't have the best, highest power computer out there.
Wow.
DK Wildcat said they were getting triple digit FPS in some spots.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Now, some servers are good, some were bad.
I'm seeing mixed reviews as usual with Star Citizen. I want everyone to have a good experience. That's what I want. Everyone.
Me too.
Without getting 3 frames, 2 frames.
No. It doesn't get that bad. It doesn't get that bad.
Yeah. So Togi's being dramatic?
Yeah. Togi, Togi. It's not that bad.
Yeah, hopefully people get a chance. Hopefully, the next time this comes around, you get a chance to get in there and play around. But
maybe Togi is getting 3 frames. I don't know what his rig is. Maybe he is getting 3 frames. Oh, Sir Togi. He might be Togio's voice. Okay, let's see.
Let me add my 2.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Go ahead, TK. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm gonna add in. I want to see the E1, and alongside that, I want to see a new concept for the Genesis. Something about passenger gameplay. Something. Just that you're thinking about it. You don't have to have the whole yes. Just say we're thinking about it. Okay, good. That's enough to start for me. I know I ain't gonna see that for 5 years, so I ain't worried about it. But all I want to see the E1. I want to see a taxi service. One NPC from Oris.
Okay.
I think DK will see an E1 and Genesis. I think Nomad will see a MSR revert, but way before I see anything about the Endeavor. So I think y'all are good.
I don't know. Endeavor and Genesis guys are gonna be pretty much in the same boat.
Y'all getting me concerned because y'all worried more about ships than gameplay. Everybody was like, I want this shit. I want to know about the
Yeah, but Gio, to your point, Gio, you just said you don't play the game.
because of the how it's behaving
you need to
and the performance. That's why I don't want no more chips.
After the show tonight, you need to come in with us and play the game, and you might find out it's a lot better than you think it is. I'm telling you.
And I'm seeing what Togi's saying. He pretty much letting me know what's going on.
Okay, you keep listening to Togi.
Y'all just told me. Some of y'all just told me the servers wasn't all that.
Who said that?
Hey, hold on. This is real quick, bro. If you ain't getting in the game, bro, I want to hear you talking about what's in the game. We need to log your ass in the game, and then you can see what's in the game, and then you can speak firsthand. If you listen to somebody in chat right now, then I want to hear it. Y'all can go talk. But
I'm gonna hop in this week.
Yeah, you jump your ass in the game, and then we can talk about the frame rates and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You just visited.
It better be good what y'all talking. Y'all talking a good one right now.
It's still Star Citizen, brother, but we are having a good time.
Then what's the point?
We're saying it's getting the performance is improving, right? You know what I'm saying? They are making efforts. Like yesterday, I was playing yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even turning on our display info because everything is just smooth. It was like I didn't look at the server frame rate. I didn't look at my frame rate. I just know that when I went to do something, it happened, and it happened smoothly. And I was like, you know what? I am enjoying this experience. This is cool. And that's been happening a lot more lately than it has in the past. Now, it's still Star Citizen, so you still gonna have weird stuff. You're gonna still have times where the server frame rate may dip and things, the door may take a 4, 5, 6 seconds to open. You know what I'm saying? Folks be
I'm cool with silly bugs. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But the game runs smooth.
Yeah, it does.
As long as the server ain't about to fall over on its face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yep. It's a market improvement from 322. Has had a marked. Everybody's talked about performance. It's like, whoa, this game feels way, way, way better now. So just so you'll know, it is decent. Guys, we're getting ready to start our giveaway. So you guys can put in exclamation point ticket. We're going to be giving away 5 items today, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be giving away first a Drake Cutter Scout for our giveaway. So start pumping that in right now. We're going to give you guys about a minute to get that going. And
can I add one on there, Griffey?
Sure, you can. Sure.
Well, yep. I guess I'll wait last for mine to give away then.
Oh, you got something you want to give away? Okay, yeah. If you want to hold on to it, that'll be cool. All right. So jump in on the Drake Cutter Scout. This is the Scout, you guys. This came out during IAE. That is their the scanning one, the one that does the scanning and stuff. Stunner, thank you so much for giving out 5 gift subs. That's amazing.
Thank you, Stunner.
Oh man, now I'm number 2.
So much.
Damn it.
Space Tech, thank you.
By the way, we do have a question for Q&A if you want to do that.
Why don't you go ahead and spit it out then while I'm handling this?
Okay. And I'm surprised no one said anything about Squadron 42 for Richie, but okay.
Oh, I didn't do mine yet. Did I do mine? I did.
You didn't go yet, Griff.
No, I
did.
You?
You?
Yeah, you didn't do. Go ahead.
Yeah, mine. I hate to say it, fastcart, but that's what mine was. The release of Squadron 42, but it has more to do with fulfilling the promise to those people who came in the very beginning, who have been waiting for that game to come out. Also, the fact that delivering that will give a lot of validation and also start to, again, greatly lend more toward the persistent universe now. When Squadron's out, we stay and play the persistent universe. I think that those two things tying together will be a good thing, and I'm hoping that they can tie them together. Like Gio said, that the persistent universe is in a really good place, so that when people play Squadron 42 and they're pumped up about that, they can come to the verse and be happy. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for that. Okay. All right, go ahead, FC.
All right, so we got a question from Pop and Face. With some of the backlog of capital ships coming into the game in 2024, do you have any wishes for gameplay besides FPS and missions in 2024? So with the capital ship, you have any capital ship missions besides FPS that you want?
Is he talking game modes or stuff in the?
Yeah, you lost me. You said on capital ship missions.
So okay, with some of the backlog of capital ships coming to the game in 2024, you have any wishes for gameplay besides FPS like missions?
Very happy to be here.
Okay, I get it. But
thanks for the follow.
Well, yeah, those capital ships ain't necessarily. We'll have to see on that because he's talking about the. I'm assuming he's referring to the Polaris line of stuff that was with CIG, the RSI, because I don't know any other capital ships that are coming out this year. But did they mention any capitals? Did they mention any capitals this year, fastcart?
They talk about it in Con. They want to release more capital ships in 2024. That mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm saying I didn't hear them talk about any capital ships coming out this year.
Polaris.
The
Polaris.
Okay.
Polaris,
And I know that there's been the internals on the Idris have been worked on, so maybe that might come out.
The Idris is possible if it's Squadron 42 is next year.
Okay. So he's talking about gameplay. What type of other gameplays, like engineering, all that other stuff that maybe we're looking forward to? Anybody got anything?
Broadside battles, broadside carrier battles, like
carrier battles.
Something like that, like you would see like in capital ship battles. Yeah.
Anybody else got anything for captures they want to do?
That's not a mission. They'd have to put a mission out for something like that.
Anybody else got anything?
Well, how about something like I don't know, like a last line of defense? We haven't had. Talk about that deal. No, I'm kidding. That's a direct one thing. Never mind.
Yeah, I would like them. I would like them to move Xenothreat to the Pyro jump point entrance into Stanton, and then have Xenothreat come in with a bunch of Idrises. Like if we have the Polaris released, so that now you have like a real reason to have the Polaris in the game.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed. I know, Jade, you and I kind of alluded a little bit that we were hoping that the whole Xeno thing, when we had IAE at Microtech with all the graffiti and everything, that maybe there would have been some type of dynamic event that might have kicked off during that time. And I really hope CIG does eventually do that because I think something like that would be really cool, But alas, it didn't happen, Anybody else got anything with those capitals or any mission-based stuff that they want to see? I know engineering is something that a lot of people are curious about. What it'll be like to run those ships and be able to fix and repair and do maintenance and stuff like that.
I want to whoop on each other in some game modes and Arena Commander.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. Both going head to head. But he said no FPS. See, that's like the fun part to me. Going on breaching and trying to capture each other's big capital. So that's a big component to me.
Actually, yeah, you're right about that. A big part of that is boarding of capital shipping.
And Arena Commander should have been one of my favorites for 2023. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
the upgrade for Arena Commander.
There's a lot of Arena Commander.
Has that stuff been good?
People have been doing it,
Yeah, and you can fight against a javelin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense.
I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, it gets pretty intense in there. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to close this one out. If everybody, it was all ashore who's going ashore, if you have entered into this particular giveaway, we're going to give you a 3, 2, 1, and then Jade, you do a countdown for me. 3, 2, 1. All right, Jade, let's hit it.
T-minus 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Is that what you wanted?
Yes. And here we go. Captain No Pants. No Pants.
1.59%.
Congratulations, Captain No Pants. You are the winner of a brand new Drake. What is it? Drake. What's the thing called? What's that ship called? Cutter Scout.
Oh yeah. Scout. Oh, you writing this down, Griffin, or you need me to write it down?
You gotta have your pants on to get it though.
System, but you can write it down. Okay, yeah, you gotta put your pants on. You gotta put your pants on if you decide you want to ride on that.
Put pants on.
Okay.
Shake your pants. Shake your pants.
Yes, gotta put your pants on. Let's get a new one going here. Give me 1 second. We're going to get another. Let's see. Close that giveaway. Go away.
Dang, DK, I was just singing. Not telling the
Hey,
joke.
don't ban your brother like that. Don't be banning your brother, man.
You get started early.
Yes.
Catch you before you get too far.
Damn.
Okay. Don't forget, by the way, subscribers, you get double the chance to win. If you are a subscriber, you do get double the chance to win. This one will be for a Drake Rambler giveaway. This is with LTI as well. This is the new Drake Cutter Rambler that just came out. Once again, exclamation point ticket. If you are interested in this one, this is the new Drake Rambler. This is their, I guess it's like their Explorer, Starter Explorer. They call it a premium. They call it a premium ship.
Premium Drake.
Yeah,
oxymoron
what an
for you.
oxymoron that is, right? Premium and Drake. Yes.
Hey.
I've been seeing that the whole show, Gomab. I wasn't gonna comment. I saw that the whole show. What is this brother doing with a Drake
Hey, he's representing. He's representing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All righty. We got registrants. We're going to go another 10 seconds on this, and then we're going to close this giveaway for the Drake Cutter Rambler with LTI. And you get the paint. You get the concierge paint with this, too.
Fancy.
So, yeah, fancy schmancy if you want that. All right. Okay. Looks like we've got everybody here. I'm going to close this out in 5. Oh, folks are still punching in. Exclamation point ticket. They're still punching in. We give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the giveaway is closed. Let's see. Nomad, you give us a count this time.
Alrighty, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's giving that like count from the Thunderbirds from back in the day.
Exactly.
Thunderbirds.
Captain Jones.
Another captain.
All
Captain
the captains
Jones.
are winning today. Holy wazoli. Captain Jones, congratulations. You get a
All these captains winning. Rigged. It's definitely rigged.
See the
Yeah.
admirals pop up, you got a problem.
He says rigged. Everybody gonna start changing their names now to Captain in the thing. You know? Make it real easy.
Captain SubVeGio.
There you go. All righty. This next one is gonna be really interesting. I got to make sure I type this in right, because if I say the wrong thing, that means I got to give it away. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, yeah, where is Kusanagi?
Yeah, Kusanagi, he missing his beat. He could have won today. He done effed up now.
No, he doesn't do this, unfortunately. I wish I could let him do this. God, there's so much stuff I should. Maybe that's something to consider. Okay, here we go. We're going to give this one away. This is a special giveaway. Subscribers, don't forget, you get twice the chance. This next one is going to be for the Tumble Storm Dual Pack with LTI.
Ooh.
That's both of the Tumble Storms, the AA and the one with the laser cannon on it. You get both of those with LTI, the Dual Pack. And yeah, we're doing holiday giveaways, guys. We're in this festive mood here. Give away some stuff today. All right, those of you who are interested in that type of gameplay, getting the tanks, going out there in little tank warfare, once again, exclamation point ticket gets you in. By the way, if you've won already, you can't win again. All right, y'all. We can't do it because I know some of these jokers like Jade, they be winning 2 and 3 times back to back.
That's before I was part of this whole team. Just to be clear, I don't enter.
I know. I'm just
You and Colorado.
Jay would come in every week and win something. So I'm just telling y'all
Griffin.
now. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Okay.
while we're waiting, you mind if I give a controversy that I wrote down that we haven't even get to since we're doing the giveaway and stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Controversy that we didn't get to. It was kind of minor, but it did happen. The delayed monthly report for November and December didn't come out until, I want to say, what was it, January or it felt like it was March. But that was the thing. Like everyone's asking, what happened to the monthly report? What happened to the monthly report? But they were doing a changeover early in the year, and the monthly reports got delayed, so they had to put out November and December in one go. So that was one.
Who
And
says
then
gamers don't read? There you go.
Go ahead.
Who said gamers don't read? But
right.
Well, I think that's an internet thing. Internet doesn't read because these people read headlines and run with it, even on like Facebook and all these other sites. So I don't think it's a gamer thing. I think it's a people thing now.
People always say gamers don't read. That's all.
Yeah.
Go ahead, FC.
And then, and another minor one was the 11-month delay between 317 and 318. That was the controversy.
Okay.
That was a big one.
All right, Tumblestorm Dual Pack, about to close it out in 5 seconds. If you are interested in getting both of those with LTI as a package, gonna count down on the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. Giveaways down. Gio, give me a countdown, my brother.
Okay, if you're a captain, you can't win, by the way, either. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Boom. Scabro. I guess that's Scabro, like music, like Scabro. Scabro, you are the winner. Congratulations. Are you here, Scabro? Are you in the room, Scabro?
Yeah, seriously? Yeah, you won.
You seriously won. That was a serious.
Scabro, that sounds like a drink. Scabro.
Scott is Swedish for a captain.
Rig, no captain. Definitely rig.
No captain, yeah.
That is Swedish for captain. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's get this next one. We're just giving away more stuff here. More stuff to give away.
Merry Shipmas.
More stuff to give away. We're happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. All righty. Next giveaway. We're working our way up here, gang. Those of you who are interested in I
am very happy to be here.
somebody's telling people they're giving away stuff. Come over there. Okay, so thank you guys for
running over here.
Argo SRV.
I am very happy to be here.
Argo SRV with LTI. With LTI, Argo SRV. Those of you who are into the whole towing or stealing.
To be here.
Or commandeering. There you go. Argo SRV. Exclamation point ticket. Exclamation point ticket. Gomab, before you got here, you missed a couple of the categories. One of the categories was
very happy to be here.
What was the worst of 2023 for you? The worst.
The worst of 2023 had to have been. I think I came in right around the same time, but that was the whole was that 318 drop-in, man, and it was it was just you just couldn't play, right? It was just unplayable. It's it's a good time to step away, right? You know, so but at the same time I understand, like, hey, look, in order to make an omelet, man, you got to break some eggs and scramble them bad boys. And so hey, it is what it is, and I'm glad they did it because now we're we've moved even further ahead in development.
That was a huge technical issue that they weren't even aware of.
Yeah,
and it rose to the surface unexpectedly.
And this is what we signed up for, right? We signed up to be a part of the development and take the lumps with them.
Some people they didn't sign up for that, but they didn't read the fine print, but they did.
Yeah, no, they signed up for it. Now, whether they dumbasses didn't realize they signed up for it or not, you know what I'm saying? That's completely on them, and I will not, let them get by without having that personal responsibility. They could come talk to me, and I'll set them straight. But no, you signed up for this.
Go, man! I can't play this like a full game. Why not?
No.
I thought this was a fully released game.
No, it ain't. It ain't.
It's playable now, Gomab. It's playable now.
You clearly, hey, you said you thought, saying you wasn't thinking before. Don't start now.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna close this giveaway out. Argo SRV standalone with LTI giveaway on the count 5, 4, 3, 2, and the giveaway is closed. And let's go to DK this time. Give us the countdown.
All right, ready. 3, 2, 1.
Kaboom!
Go!
Whoa! Rad!
Hey,
Rad! Look, he's probably he's up in that room shouting by himself right now. Rad, you won! Rad, we see you are in the Discord. You give us a shout out in the Give us a shout. Where you at there, Rad? Put it in the text there. Let us know that you see it. Make sure you're not in the kitchen making a sandwich or something. Where's he at? Where's
Rad, you there?
Rad? Uh-oh, there he is. Oh,
There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Alrighty then, Rad. Rad, you are the winner of a new Argo SRV. Very cool. Very cool.
Congrats.
Argo gang, baby.
There you go. Yeah, Argo. Go Argo.
And by the way, so we got Captain No Pants, Captain Jones, Skybo, and Rodwood. You want to send them to Soul Citizens at Gmail?
Yes, I was going to say them all when I got to the end, so I don't have to repeat myself every time, if that's okay.
I mean, they may miss it.
I got so many to give away. I don't want to keep saying it over and over again. So don't worry. They're waiting to find out how to get their stuff.
Man, they ain't gonna leave.
They ain't going nowhere yet. I'm sure they have.
My shit back. Damn it.
Okay. All right, y'all. We got another one here for you. Stepping it up a little bit more. Those of you who might be interested in a RSI Zeus Mark II ES with LTI. RSI Zeus Mark II ES with LTI. We're going to be giving that away as well. So if you are interested in doing a little exploration in your Zeus Mark II, you need to jump into this one. Exclamation point ticket. Exclamation point ticket. And
so one thing that I'm surprised no one mentioned, the $200 and $300 price for the ticket for CitizenCon this year. That was a big thing when that was announced, and I'm surprised no one mentioned that.
Was it really? Because they sold out.
The tickets are right.
No, I mean, well, the price was. Oh, that's the other controversy that just sold out so quickly because of limited space. Because we found out at CitizenCon that the VIP was only limited to 500 people, and more than 500 people wanted it. So yeah, that's the other controversy. But yeah, and also like Blizzard and QuickCon charged similar prices like right after.
Very happy to be here.
Captain Midnight, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. Tactical Mindset, thank you for that gifted sub to Fastcart. He needs one. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. My bad. Yeah, I did say thank you in chat. So yeah.
We appreciate that. All right. We got about 5 seconds before we close this one out for the RSI Zeus Mark II ES with LTI. I'm going to give you the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to close that out. Gomab, if you would give us the count for this one, please.
Gomab one.
Uno.
All right. The Peasy.
I just did one.
I know. The Peasy. I was just laughing at you. The Peasy, are you here? The Peasy, are you in chat?
No, that's not it. That's not them.
The Peasy. Is the Peasy there?
There it is. There you go.
Hey-o. All right, Vapeezy, you are the winner of an RSI Zeus Mark II ES with LTI.
Look at dog.
Yes, and double yes. All right, Gio, what you got? What are we giving away there, bro?
I mean, they ain't gonna be as fancy as that, but I got a X1 with some LTI on it.
Ooh,
there you go.
X1, yes, and you know what? That's good because right now you can only get it with 6 months insurance. So yes, sir.
Oh, man.
That is a good holiday gift to give away. All righty, we're
got a whole bunch of those in the buyback too. I bought a whole bunch before they made it cash only. I got a whole bunch if you want one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, here we go, gang. Origin, if you want to ride in style, yes, style. The Origin X1. I love my Origin X1. I've been riding it, and it's been like, wow, this thing is pretty neat. And I got mine in my 400i, really nice and everything.
It fits so nice, doesn't it?
I'm in the Luminalia spirit, so I'm going to give away an X1 Velocity after that.
Okay.
Merry Shitmas.
Some giving.
On the Soul Citizens, baby.
Giving spirits around here. Okay, that's all right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this is an X1. This is the base touring model, the white one, with LTI. Right now, all you can get it with is 6 months. If you didn't get it in those early days, y'all, got to get it with 6 months right now. So here we go.
Speaking of the X1, like they were confused about the 12 ships that being released by the end of the year.
About the
confusing about 12 ships. Remember John Cruz said that they're going to have 12 ships by the end of the year? People were confused about what they meant by that.
Why are you bringing that up to confuse everybody? You just told us there's
That's
18
another
ships this
controversy.
year.
That's another controversy. I feel entitled to people can put in exclamation ticket.
I think fastcart is the Grinch that stole shipments. That's what I think.
Okay, we got.
No, I did my research, man.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go to waste.
All right, we're gonna close this one out. If you want to get in on 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2.
Very happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here, Matty Bear. Thank you for joining us. All right, we're closing that one out. FC, you get to do the count on this one, please.
Check baby 5. Check baby 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom. DK Wildcat.
Woo! All right.
Wildcat, are you in the house, DK Wildcat? There was a 1.23% chance for you to win, DK. Are you here? Did you go to make a sandwich?
I know you're there because you've been chat the whole time.
Yeah, there's yo-yo. Just like yo-yo. Just like yo-yo.
DK,
There
all
we
right,
go.
DK.
What's up?
Oh yeah, there is.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations. All righty. We are chopping through these here. We are on our last item for the day. This is going to be for a Origin X1. Which one is it again, Jade?
X1 Velocity
The
with 10 years IE insurance.
Woo!
Okay.
10 years.
And then after that, fastcar's going to give you his BMM.
There you go.
And he's going to have it signed on it, his name signed on there too, with a cart.
You know what this face says? You know, I'm not even going to say what this face says. But you know what this face says, right?
Alrighty.
It says, I eat pasta.
1 second here. Boom. All right, here we go. Boom. It is out there. Origin X1 Velocity. Those of you who are into the racing, looking good on that white and yellow, right, Jade? Was it like white and yellow?
It is, yeah. It's white, yellow, and black. So if you're a test squadron, those are your colors.
It looks good.
Look like a fancy concierge bike.
Yes, sir.
It does.
And for my last filler.
All right.
My last filler. During May, the Squadron 42 was moved from the store. No mission.
That wasn't a controversy as much as it was a curiosity. You know, well, maybe it was controversial for some people.
Some people went out straight up said it's a scam and they're never going to admit it out.
There were some people who thought they were taking it down because something was wrong. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But we had said they're probably taking it down because next time it's going to come up, it's going to be a retail price. So they're yanking that sucker down. So,
and some people were saying there's a law in Germany that said they can't do a pre-order unless something coming out in so many months. But that wasn't it either. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. So that's why I
wish the whole world would make that a law. I'm so sick of damn pre-orders. Like, what are we pre-ordering for? Make them work for their money.
Because they make, that's what people, you know how it goes. I ain't even got to go into that song and dance. All right, gang, we are here. We're going to close it out in 5, 4, 3, 2. Closed of the giveaway, Jade. Since you gave it away, you get the count.
All right, T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Race.
Beans didn't info bandstand. Beans something to info. BNSTAD info. Awesome. Way to go. Congratulations. Congrats. Okay.
Congratulations.
All right, gang. So if you want to retrieve your gift, which I'm sure you do, you will want to send us a message, please email, sending us your RSI email address. And you're going to send it to Soul Citizens with an S at the end. That's SOL, no U. SOL Citizens with an S on the end at gmail.com. Soul Citizens at soulcitizens@gmail.com. Send it out to us with your RSI email, and we will get these items out to you promptly. Now, let me share one other thing. Maybe 2 of these items are from CIG, and when you get a gift from CIG, be aware that all you can do is upgrade it. You cannot melt it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Guys will know that. Yes, if they give out something, because see, for them legally to be able to leak cat, to melt it means to turn it into cash or credit.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
I learned something new.
Yeah, you can upgrade. You can upgrade to your heart's content. If it's an LTI bike and you want to upgrade, you can. But if you see that it's from, if it says If it says standalone only, then that means it came from CIG, which means that just be aware of that, because sometimes people don't know that that's what happens when you get a gift from CIG. So we just want you to be aware of that. But upgrade to your heart's content or be happy with it where it is. Okay.
So Griffin, when you give away your 890, they'll be able to melt it if they want, or how's that work?
You're a funny guy. You are a funny guy. You're a real funny guy. Okay. All right. So,
Hey, Chris,
yeah.
could I just say real quick?
Sure.
I want to wish everybody at CIG a happy, restful holiday season, because they did work damn hard through 318, starting from the year before, right? So please get your rest, recharge your batteries, and happy Luminalia.
Absolutely.
And I just want to say thank you and happy holidays to everyone at Soul Citizens, the Soul Team, and the mod, Op Chief, and Admiral Kusanagi. Happy holidays, and thank everybody for hanging out and making this a great year.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys, in case you don't know, pardon me. Well, fastcart, my voice is going. Tell people who our mods are so that they'll know, who are.
Yeah, Op Chief, he's been around for almost the beginning. He's been in and out, but he helped out when he can. And I'm a Kusanagi. He's been in and out too. But I think he's back now. But he's missing for the day. But yeah, I'm a Kusanagi and I'm Chief.
Yep, these guys, they help us out a lot. Doing mod work is not easy, and when they're able to be here, they lend so much help to what we do. So we do want to give a special thank you to them. We also want to give a special thanks to all the other content creators out there who've supported us, and especially a thanks to you guys. You guys have been really just hanging with us throughout these last 3 years. We're going into our 4th year streaming in 2024. We've got some great team members that are here and people that have been with us for many, many months, if not years. So especially really thankful for all the folks who are here to help us and contribute to these shows each week. Those of you who, of course, who subscribe, whether it's through Patreon, whether it's through Twitch or Twitter or email or not email, YouTube, whatever it is, you guys are the ones that help keep this show going. It takes a lot for us to do this every week, especially 3 shows. But we really, really appreciate you guys for all that you guys do, especially with just spreading the word and telling people about our show. We really appreciate it. FC, why don't you talk about the possibility of a show this Thursday? Tell everybody about the possibilities.
Soul Talk, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UTC, at least until daylight savings kicks in again. Thank you for the bit. Thank you for the bit.
Yeah,
Soul Talk, we talk Star Citizen next week. Cover this week in Star Citizen. Cover ISC. Thank you for the bits again. We cover Star Citizen Live if there is one. And we cover generally what's going on in Star Citizen that week. But it's also the show where you get to come in the Discord and talk about your thoughts about what's going on that week. So that is Soul Talk 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UTC.
Absolutely. FC, do me a favor, see who we can get for the raid tonight when you get a chance.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
And next week, next Saturday will be Soul Voices. That will be our show where we do our one-on-ones where you get to come in and talk to us about things that we pick from Spectrum, from Reddit, and just the gaming industry in general. That will be our final show for 2023. As you guys know, at the end of the year, we also take a break just like CIG does, going into the holidays. So we won't be back until January the 7th. That'll be our first show back, which is like the first weekend in January, because you guys know the holiday kind of lands on Monday this year. So next Saturday, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Player Haters may be joining us next week to do our end of year show as well, going into the holidays. So if those of you who want to check out the Player Haters, you haven't seen them in a little bit, they'll be here next week as well on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We really, 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 really hope you guys can join us next week. But again, no Soul Citizens after this weekend till 2024. Okay? Who we got, Fast Card? Anybody we can raid?
We got Made in Ariana, or we could do to People's Radio.
Let's do.
Or we could do Levine Farm.
Let's
Why
do.
are you giving options? Why you don't just says pick one and go? Why are you making it hard? He said find me somebody. He didn't say go read the list.
I was looking. I haven't decided.
Read the
list. Maiden Ariana's on too.
Oh yeah, Maiden's on.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go with Maiden Ariana there. We'll go with Maiden.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So listen, guys. When you get over to see Maiden Ariana, Let Maiden know that you came over from the Soul Citizens. As always, we appreciate you guys for all that you've done. Hope you had a great 2023. Looking forward to you guys in 2024. Please stay safe during the holiday season, especially on New Year's. We want to see you again next year. To all of us, to all of you from the Soul Citizens, y'all say happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Peace,
Happy
love.
Luminalia.
There you go. Peace, love, and soul. We'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Enjoy the weekend and the week.
Cheers.